everyone, Bethany Scott here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am pivoting from my normal paper crafting, and I am actually creating a vinyl project with these. It's necessary because it's my son's last day of school today, and he's in 3K, and I want to tell his teachers that we appreciate him very much. And so we are going to actually do a Cricut project. I have found this cold sensitive color changing vinyl. I have two different colors. One says it's translucent to blue, and then the other one doesn't show me what color. So we're just gonna cut and find out. And I have this stash of color changing cups. This is orange to blue. This one is just a confetti, turns different colors. This one actually does not color change, but I figure I'm still going to put the color changing on it. It's cool. So they're all kind of a little different. This one goes from green to blue, and then this one's a confetti. I will show you the canvas on my Cricut design space. So here, my Cricut design space, I found 6 designs from Creative Fabrica. I just literally Google or put in the search bar teacher gift, and that's what it came up with. And so I just found 6 of the, I wouldn't say the simplest designs, but the designs that I like the most. And I happened to pick all print on demand designs too. So I was, if I wanted to mass produce any of these, I definitely could. Some of these I did have to throw into Illustrator because the file wasn't reading correctly by the Cricut. That I can teach at a later date. But for now, I just felt like these were cute. Yes, there's going to be some weeding in my nearest future, but I think they are fun and a good selection for these teachers that I adore and my son adores to feel special today. So I am going to go ahead and select, we're going to do half with the one and the other half with the other one, I think is what we're going to do. And so in order to do that, I'm just going to change to just a different color. And you could use this for if you wanted to use infusible ink on a mug, for a Christmas gift for a teacher, or just anything fun. But I love using Creative Fabrica when I don't have the time to think up designs on my own or create on my own. Obviously, I just told you I had to edit a few of them in Illustrator so that they would read correctly in Cricut Design Space. That does happen occasionally. Usually you can just reach out to the designer and say, hey, by the way, I tried to make your design and it didn't work so great, and this is why. Sometimes the design space does not read everything correctly, which is totally fine. I'm going to go browse all materials. This specific design suggests using the setting holographic sparkle vinyl. So I am looking it up. If I can spell, that would be helpful. I am looking it up in this part, and apparently there's a lot of holographic. So holographic sparkle vinyl, that would be it. And that's the suggestion to use for this specific vinyl. So all I'm going to do is take these out of their little packaging, and I'll just do one sheet each. These are both from HTB Runt. I do like using what they have to offer, and you'll notice the shiny side that should be facing up. A lot of their vinyls are very tough and hold up well. I definitely love using their brands. Very few things have I ever had to fully adjust for my own use, but just, yeah, absolutely love it. Oh, and okay, now I see it. These are multiple colors. So we have clear to blue. Oh. This is a mixed color packet. I'm going to use the light pink purple. So some of the ladies are a little more tomboyish than others. So all right, so the first one I'll go ahead and load onto a mat. And I have my green standard grip mat. Nothing super crazy or fancy. And you'll notice like how some of this must have brushed against something cold because all of a sudden it changed colors. It is that sensitive. There's slate blue hue happening. And then I have my brayer. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's tacked down pretty well. And then off screen, I'm going to go put it in the Cricut and be right back. Now that I've unloaded from the mat, I pre-cut down the clear to blue, and then I'm going to just go ahead and cut out the other ones, the pinkish purple, I don't know what to call it, lavenderish. But basically I'm just cutting around. Don't need to have any specific straight lines or anything unless you're that person. I used to be that person. I gave up that life long ago. Just realizing that I could have straight cuts for everything and it would make no difference coming off of mats and everything. So alright, so I have those. Now I'm going to get to weeding. I have my weeding tool, and we're going to fast forward this just a little bit because weeding is tedious, especially because I'm going to start with the biggest one. So enjoy the close-up here. Now that those have all been nicely weeded out, I did leave a few of the centers in. If they fall off, they fall off. I am in a time crunch because I'm last minute mama who is doing too much. So totally fine. First I have the lovely transfer tape that came with the packs, and of course it's not wanting to come off. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling, but the nice thing about most transfer tapes, some really good transfer tapes, have those grid lines to help you line up. So as long as I know I'm roughly centered and lined up where I want to be, I'm okay. And then I bray it when it's down this way, and then once I get it off of my glass mat, usually I don't do this on a glass mat, I usually do this on a my rubber mat, so there's a better release. So don't worry if you don't have a glass mat, it's okay. But I like to bray it from the back then too, so that when I start to peel back, the vinyl stays here. And you'll notice that this backing is really good because it is not wanting to let go. But I am just slowly and methodically moving it back and forth, making sure nothing's staying on that backing. And it takes a minute. In fact, there's a piece that stayed on. So moving back. Of course, I picked the most complicated one to start with. And occasionally putting some creases in that backing helps break off the vinyl. Now I'm going to take the cup, and I'm going to do several of the cups at the same time. But I have these alcohol pads. Just get them at the Dollar Tree, wherever, and I'm only going to do the front right where I aim to put down my designs. I don't need to do the whole cup. And in fact, I could just go ahead and do all of the designs, or all of the cups, so that I can just go ahead and mass produce design placements. Now that those are all ready, I'm going to go ahead and place my design right where I want it. Let it sit there for a couple seconds before I start bringing everything down. And designs like this with lots of little pieces, patience is key. The cure time for most permanent vinyls is about 24 hours. And only one part is not wanting to stay down so far. There we go. And the littler letters are having a harder time, of course. And again, patience is a virtue when it comes to permanent vinyl, and adhering on cups especially. All right, and then just bring down and there we go. Design 1 is complete. Lid on, so I will speed through the rest. And there you have the completed projects. They're cute, they're fun, fast, and easy. And now I'm gonna go fill them with some fun goodies for the teachers. And thanks for joining in my chaos of trying to figure out how to do these the best way possible. I hope you all find the joy in your day and happy making. Bye!